Hey everyone, Don and Ash here.
Hello.
Back for another reaction video. This time we're going to be checking out a song that I wanted to check out like literally over a month ago now.
Like so long.
Yeah. I don't know how I came across this. I honestly think it just popped up on my YouTube main page one day. It's a song called Hi Ren by an artist called Ren, or R-E-N. And I think I clicked on it originally because I was just curious. Like, it's such a simple thumbnail, and the video title just incited this curiosity to me. I just had to know what it was about. Clicked it, listened to like 15, 20 seconds of it, and I stopped it. And I went, this is too epic.
You're like, wait.
Yeah, I stopped everything. And I'm like, no. We have to react to this at some point. So it's been off the radar for a while, but popped back up on my on my feed or whatever. So here we are. It's a 9-minute long song. Okay, 9-minute long, and millions of views. This popped way off. So I'm ready to get my absolute socks blown off.
I was like, I'm super intrigued now.
Yes. All right, let's get into it. Here we go. Love the variations of the intro.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not left I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren's down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, criminal rip-off artist, the pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. I don't need you, I don't need to hear this, cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender when standing in front of my solar eclipse. My name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Bro! What?
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs. That I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
That was incredible.
Wow. Uh,
Wow, yeah.
yeah, I'm supposed to break that down now. I'm like, okay. Uh, wow. um, I, you know what? My brain's like, how do people even make reaction videos to stuff like this? You know, I've already seen like therapist reacts to, rapper reacts to, blah blah blah, and I'm sure they got all these technical breakdowns and stuff like that. And I'm just sitting here stupefied, like, wow, I was, wow, um, what the f? I, wow, bro, ah, wow, that was something. That was something. I don't even understand. I don't think I can get too technical about it. I really don't think I can. I just want to say that like I'm gonna try to simplify it because the back and forth between his non-insane personality and the more psychotic personality or whatever, the one that was kind of going off a bit, was really cool. The back and forth and the quite natural conversation that they were having between one
Yes.
another. Um,
Yeah, the storytelling was just impeccable.
yeah, it's not just the storytelling, like
It's
how he like large in part how he did it, right? And it's
yeah.
not just how he did it; it's like um the inflection of the characters, just how into the characters. Like, um, the reason I really appreciated that is because I feel like I always tell these stories in another life. I am getting effing old, man. So I used to want to be an actor, and I always thought it was cool to just kind of slip into the mindset of an actor, like slip into the mindset of being a different character, right? And he does that so well. Whether it was the psychosis run or the insane run or whatever, and normal Ren. Um, yeah, that was really, really, really well done. Like, um, to complement it and further push home that kind of vibe was the camera angles. So the left personality, the right personality, right? And it was just cool that back and forth, so you could kind of see or kind of get the feeling that it was like shot like an interview, basically.
Yeah.
That it was talking between two people.
Yes. Yeah,
Um,
and it was definitely shot beautifully. And obviously the tempos, how those would change during different parts, different sections.
oh yeah, yeah,
That one section where there was like that build up and the lights were flickering in the background too. Like that was I love that.
yeah. You know, I just don't even know. Like, if we can quickly run through some of these lyrics, like "Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky because I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. So, I don't know. This is just like I don't know what Ren's been through. He talks about it a little bit at the end with the autoimmune disorder and being in what was it? Um, just he had. I'm just going to sum it up. Say he had trouble for 10 years. Right. He was going through something for very many years, and um, I kind of like how he started the story with that voice that's always attacking you or attacking your like it's just the other side. Like
Yeah.
he referenced light and shadow, right? And it's um he referenced I like how he uses analogies because I always use analogies to explain things because they help me visualize and make sense to things, right? Kind of like it helps me ground things. So he was talking about light and dark and the pendulum that swings before. Well, that's it. It's the same thing I always say, which is balance.
Yes.
You know, the pendulum is the tool of balancing, and you can't just be all light or all dark because I said the lighter the brighter the brightness or the brighter the light, the darker the shadow, right? And it's always going to be true. So there does have to be this kind of balance between both energies, yin and yang type stuff. And man, just to open it up with that, the what I'm calling the insane Ren or the
Yeah.
right the other personality Ren, um, really put the it's almost like laying out your cards. It's like I got a full house. Like it set the bar, the intensity bar really high off the
Yeah.
bat,
Right
right?
off the bat.
And then with the normal Ren, it's like or the Ren that's being conflicted by these thoughts, you get some relatability, right? So I'm taking some time to be distant. It's like again when you talk to your inner voice, or um, like lately I've been struggling with self confidence. So it's just like you have to really fight that inner voice to be like, it'll just say what it wants to say. Sometimes you'll just have thoughts. You can't control them, right?
Yeah.
And you literally have to be active in that moment and be like, no, 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 I won't believe that. I can't believe that, right?
Yeah, and I think that really highlights where he's like, I'm always in your periphery. Like it's so easy to like that like self doubt can seep in like so easily.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So definitely, yeah, he did such a good way of like again, just making it so relatable.
And he doubles down, right? So I'm skipping through this quite loftily, but I'm trying to get through as quickly as possible. I don't want to make this video too long. So Ren, you sound more insane than I do. It's that gaslighting, right? Of the other personality really doubling down in the doubt. It's like, you know, oh, you push back a little bit. It's almost like what feels insurmountable. Like you remember in Aladdin when Jafar gets all like big and like how is it possible that Aladdin's gonna fight him, right? Or even I guess the genie at that point. Um, um, because it just seems like when your subconscious, your own energy is the one building it up, it seems insurmountable.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like something that's like higher than or more difficult than climbing Mount Everest. You know what I mean? Your energy is really so powerful. You know what I mean? I always like to think about the thought we're only using 10% of our brains. We are so powerful, and I don't think we know it. Right? I don't think we know
Yeah.
it even to us, and that's why we're so affected by emotions that we may not know how to cope with,
Quite, yeah.
perceive, understand, unpack, and then pack back up into something that makes sense for us, right? So you sound more insane than I do. You think those doctors are really there to guide you. Been this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to, as if he's being trickled along by these people who. It's like your self doubt is trying to be like, no, no, those people are out to hurt you, or they don't know
They're
what's
not
good for you,
actually
right?
helping.
Come to me, I'll help you, right? So
Yeah.
I love how twisted that he made that personality.
It's like not only are you like second guessing, you're like triple guessing, quadruple guessing, like you just constantly like go
Oh,
back and forth.
the pendulum. He
Yeah.
that analogy for me is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So and then the um the normal random it was now mate it's different this time, man. Trust me, I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music kind of be doing bits too, where you start to believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Like when you start to believe in yourself, you start to tap into this power that's so different, and you walk different, you wake up different,
Yeah.
you literally think different. It's everything. It literally is everything. So like I actually going on with the lyrics, like I actually might be doing might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered. It's almost like you're finally seeing the value in yourself,
Yeah.
right? Which is, I assume Ren is somewhere in his 30s, maybe early 40s. And I only say this because I'm starting to see the wrinkles coming around his eyes, just like the wrinkles around my eyes. You know what I mean? Like I just think he's around my age, so I think it's relatable. Where, when you're getting older, you start to lose that fire that you had in your 20s, and you just it just happens.
It's
You know,
different, yeah.
it just happens. You can't. There's no like. I turned 27 and I saw my light switch go off in one room. It's like no, no, man. It's just the lights burn out. It's just like in a house, and you're watching your house, and your mind's a house. One day the lights will go out in one room, and you don't even. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, maybe I'm gone. Maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think we should talk, man. Because when you're with me, it never seems to help. So trying to distance yourself from those thoughts or that person, it could be anything, right? Um, real or surreal, or not surreal, but in your
Internal?
yeah, in your mind. Um, and then here comes more gaslighting. You think you can amputate me, like you think you can get rid of me, like who are you without me, basically, right? I am you, you are me, you are I am we.
Yeah,
First of
when
all,
he said
it
this,
was
like,
sick.
yeah, yeah,
It's just the wordplay. It's not super intricate words at all. Very basic words,
yeah,
but it's just the wordplay and the delivery was awesome.
yeah,
We are one split in two. That makes one. So you see, you got to kill you if you want to kill me, and it makes total sense. You
yeah,
literally would technically have to kill yourself if you want to shut off the thing inside, but you can't shut off that voice. You just have to work. You just have to learn to conquer it or work with it. I think conquering it is the worst of the two approaches, because it's like you're always in a battle with it. What I
yeah.
think you
You
have to do
gotta,
is learn to literally, if it's like, if you imagine it like kind of like he references here, like light and dark, or the angel and devil, or whatever it is,
yeah,
like
yeah,
evil and good. I feel like at some point you have to come to the table and negotiate with your thoughts and work with them.
yeah.
I literally think you do.
Yeah, there's like sometimes like if I find myself getting in these sorts of like moods or like internal situations, I try to like I was told by a friend once, and I try to remember this where it's like, I am water. So like being like I will flow, right? And you just have to it's a calming thought for me. And just to remember like there's always a middle ground, right? You can reason I guess with yourself or just you can work it out. Just go with the flow and it'll be fine.
You have to. You have to go with the flow. If you try to be static, woo, good luck, because anything that is static breaks down. Anything in life. Look at anything in life that's static, it breaks down eventually. You think you can amputate? Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Um, I'm not leftover dinner. I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. You probably said Oprah to rhyme with nowhere, which is awesome. But like again, that personality does such a good job of being spiteful, digging the nail in right where it already hurts, like such a good
Yeah.
job. And then retorts with, yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. Never chase numbers, statistics, or stats. Never rate hooks for the radio. They never play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and people who find it respect it. And for me, that's enough because this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in.
So
Yeah,
beautiful.
it's just beautiful. Again, I his verses aren't using very super intricate ideas. It's very relatable, just
Yeah.
presented in a the wordplay I think was very high level. Very
Yes.
high level, right? So not the
Definitely.
most difficult or intricate terminology or words or anything, but the wordplay itself was just beyond. So you know, yeah, I'm gonna try to. There's a lot more. So
There's
basically,
like a yeah.
yeah, no, it's so much, and this video is we're going on 24 minutes now. So yeah, you know, let's see, what else can we get to? Um, Oh, the other personality, the doubtful personality, comes back saying he sounds so pretentious and self-centered. No one wants to hear his music about how much he hates himself. Trust me. It's something I've been thinking too. There's certain things that I want to talk about in life and put out on YouTube, and obviously we make reaction videos. And I sit there,
It,
and here's my voice coming in, where it's just
yeah.
like, are people gonna like it? They're not gonna like that. That's not why they watch you.
Yeah.
Uh, Literally, it's the exact same thing that he's talking about, right? And
Yeah.
it's I just have to, my way of telling my other voice to shut up is just saying a thought I tell myself a lot nowadays, which is I'm gonna be worm poo in the dirt one day. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It does matter, but it does. It's not gonna matter one day. So just do it, man.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose? Like embarrassment? Come on, right? It's not worth regret. I'd rather sit 1 million days in embarrassment than a single minute in regret. So if that's a quote you can take from me from this video, take that with you from the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Regret feels, yeah, it's the worst, right? Um, uh, yeah. At the end of that line, I think we both had a big reaction to this. You should be so lucky having me inside you to guide you, remind you manage expectations, provide your perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You want to be a big deal. The next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Yeah.
Just awesome. It's like those puns that if we've okay. So for people who are watching our our uh videos that aren't based on video games, that I guess little pun or whatever slipped in there was very tasteful. The
Yes.
seasoning on that was so nice, right?
Yes.
Not overdone. He's like, man, it's not like that, man. It's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. I didn't
Yeah.
even catch that line.
When like yeah, he had these like couple short lines that were like super quick back and forth between the personalities.
Oh
And
yeah,
again,
yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like again, it was just so timed perfectly, said well, like
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
all. That's all.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
feel like there's so much to unpack. There's so many like gold nuggets, good moment, like good things that were said that were
Yeah.
just like yeah, good gold nuggets. That's what I'm gonna call them, little gold nuggets. And like again, so relatable on so many levels,
Yeah.
and just
We'll
yeah,
we'll keep going though for now. Trying to just rip through. Um, he said, after the "I'm inside you, you twat." Nah, man, it's you better not clip that. Nah, man, nah, it's not, man. You're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging the song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious. Eminem did it. So I
yeah,
like how he's talking that third person, right? Eminem did it, and I like how he just like kind of makes fun of himself there. and then played on guitar. Plan B did it. So he just make fun of himself again. I didn't expect him to do it so quickly
Yeah,
again. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's just so funny.
Yeah, that was one that really got me too.
Yeah. Continue on, man. You're not originally criminal ripoff artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. Oh, sea shells
Yeah.
on the sea shore. I can't even say that slow, bro. Not right now. Yeah, no, that line was just so like. I think we both were like, ah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was just so like so funny and quirky, witty. Right?
Yeah,
Witty is
and I feel like too like relatable on my side of things. Where just like sometimes I want to, let's say, like do art YouTube videos, and I get in that headspace where I'm like, people have seen this before. They already know how to do this. Like there's a million how tos on this, or my 5 tips or whatever, right? And it's so easy to get into your head about that.
any one of us who says that should honestly tell ourselves to shut up because
Just do it.
no, yeah, no, because honestly, like, okay, if you don't do it today, you've aged
Well,
one
yeah.
day. And trust me, there's going to be some 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old, even
Yeah.
62-year-old. There's grandmas that are more popular than I am on TikTok. What's my excuse?
Yeah.
Right? It goes both ways. If you're worried about people younger than you outperforming you, blah, 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 there's older people outperforming you too. Don't worry about it. Just do your thing, right? Go as fast as you can in your lane and just run it, man. So, the next line, F you, I don't need you. I don't need to hear this because I'm fine by myself. I'm a genius. And I'll be great. I'll make waves and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. I think you did, Ren.
Yeah.
I can't wait to listen to more of your music because what?
I'm hooked.
Yeah, I feel like I'm sure you've been an artist for longer than this song, but
Yeah.
like, what a song to come into for our first one.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Okay, that's right. Speak your truth. Your effing god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Oh, the music's all about this creative. I like how we like broke out of the song for a second to say, "Oh, the music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within, that's just a bonus." I love how he said that so mockingly. It was just so funnily. F you, I'm gonna effing kill you, Ren. Well, effing kill me then. Let's effing have you, Ren. Oh my god, dude. I love it. I love it. So, the next part, I'm gonna do it. Watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? I love that. Now the normal Ren is getting that fire
It's
within.
like taking over.
Yeah, it's like watching an MMA fight or something. It's like seeing the underdog, David and Goliath. It's like just seeing again. It's like you feel worthless. Here's the process. You feel worthless. You start to question why you feel worthless. Something doesn't make sense in the answer. So you start to go, I'm not worthless.
Wait a second
Yeah,
here.
at some point you're trying to find the answer in rock bottom why you feel worthless, and then you hit
A
rock
point, yeah.
bottom, and you can never tell when you hit that point. Could be up here, could be down. It doesn't matter, right? You hit it, and you go, hell no, and you start to fight back like a lion. And this is it. I'm gonna do it. Watch me prove it. Who are you to dump my music? Because I call the shots. Because I call the shots. I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, so I choose who survives. Oh, fire. Yeah, I'll tie up the knots, then I'll lock you inside. Just sick.
Yeah.
And then the whole next part, I think, was a bit of the fast part. We're getting through to the end, so I'm trying to wrap this up in the next 8 minutes. Newsflash: I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings. I am sin with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies, Mephistopheles. Sick name. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name, it is stitched to your lips. So see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. What am I reading, bro?
Yeah.
Like, these are song lyrics? Like I didn't just open a book from like another century and I'm just like reading the epic words
With
of
like
some like
embroidered cover.
yeah, like no man with the big latch on it and everything, and then you open it up, it's like poosh, and like the weight of it just hits the other side. No, dude, sick. I'm like, dude, go write scripts for Diablo or something. This is sick. Anyways, do you want to kill me? I'm eternal. He wrote eternal. Little typo. That's cool. I'm eternal, immortal. I've lived in every decision that catalyzed chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Yeah.
Beautiful stitch work.
Right.
Just beautiful stitch work. Not a single seam missed. Right? Yeah.
Again, I think that, and it links that right back up to the like one of the previous parts where again he did the I am you, you are me, we are we. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, no, it was sick. So, hi Ren, I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as rain fall soon runs dry when you stand in the eye of the storm. I'm reading like text from like epic books like we just said,
Yeah.
and I'm also reading like beautiful poems. Like
Yeah.
that in itself,
That
just
on its
that part.
own.
Okay, dude. Um
And especially coupled by the visual of the video, it's like he has that moment where he's standing there and everything is still, just like he is in the eye of the storm.
Yeah. I was made to be tested and twisted. I'm gonna read all this in one part. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand. It's all a part of the plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And now you know me, my will is eternal, and you know me, you've met me before. Phase two, with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as Hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. That line was fire!
Yeah. I was like,
What? Yeah, what did you just say? I'm like, and you know how I know that I'll prosper? Because I stand here beside you today. And I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become. When I sing from the top of my lungs, he's made it to the top of the mountain, and now you feel like you just, you know
you
what I mean?
just gotta,
You just,
yeah.
you feel, you did it. You conquered your demons, basically. I love this so much. Um, so coward the man I become, when I sing from the top of my lungs that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire the meek to be strong. And when I'm gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind, ferocious, persistent, immortal like you. We're a coin with two different sides. I love it. This
I'm like,
isn't.
I've got goosebumps
Oh yeah,
again.
yeah. This isn't just a song. This is not. It's not just a song. This is something that is purely from the soul.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah. You feel it.
yeah, you can feel it and tell it when you hear it. You can feel it and tell it when you read it.
Yeah.
Either way, even without the music, it's still super impactful. Um, Last bits when I was 17. This is when he was speaking.
Yeah.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. I feel this so much. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences with illness, autoimmunity, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners or no real losers in psychological or physiological warfare. I'm not sure if was it psychological in the song.
I thought he said psychological.
I thought he did too. We'll go back and check just that after. But it says physiological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum internally swaying between the dark and the light, and the brighter the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance, and like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. Like I kind of said
Yeah.
it right
Like, yeah.
earlier. I love his references because I feel them so much.
Yeah.
Like
No, they're so on point.
the more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I suffered. And so I got older and learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal waltz that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings. I'm quitting YouTube after this.
Yeah.
I'm quitting YouTube after this. I'm like, I can't believe that I've waited a month to listen to this, but I feel like, sorry, I feel like I ran into it maybe a month ago. Maybe it was 4 months ago. Time flies so fast.
Time is, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's the whole point I want to wrap up with is that time does fly, and time is valuable. Don't delay.
Yeah.
You're only hurting yourself in the end. Honestly, um, you know, that's it's not a pain that you want to settle with. At the end of your story, at the end of your book, um, go out shining like a warrior, man. I always, if I wake up and I'm having a bad day, it's because I woke up without purpose. But generally, I wake up with purpose, and there's some the things that I want to do throughout the day, and that gives me motivation. It gives me drive and stuff like that. Um, don't be stagnant because that's when these other personalities start to develop out of nowhere. Your subconscious is powerful. It'll just do it.
Yeah.
It'll just do it if you're not staying busy. It will keep you busy in here if you're
Yeah.
not staying busy out here,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Definitely.
it'll trap you. It will trap you. So um,
Do not plateau.
uh, not permanently.
Not,
Platooning, yeah,
yeah, not
platooning is something you
permanently.
can do. Just don't stagnate. Is a
That's a
better
better
word,
way.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Sorry.
yeah, stagnation is permanent. Whereas plateauing is something that just naturally happens on the way to becoming better.
True. Yeah.
Um, so this song, 11 million views 4 months ago. I can't wait to listen to more
Wow.
Ren.
Yeah.
Um,
Same.
yeah,
Yeah. No. This, like, I'm quite inspired for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just can't wait to see or listen to more of what he has put together. This was such a beautiful stitchwork, patchwork of story. I'm sure he's got so much more to like unpack. Like more
Embroidering. Come on, let's
yeah.
give it a better word than patchwork. Come on,
Sorry.
embroidering. This was a
I
beautiful.
like I'm seeing like patchwork like this like big quilt like tapestry thing, but you're right. Yeah,
Uh,
embroidery is
oh,
much more
stained glass,
suitable.
like that see-through glass in churches. Like this
Yeah,
most
stained glass.
epic,
Yeah,
beautiful. This was beautiful. Thank you
yeah.
so much for blessing our ears and our eyes with and our brains with all
With
these
this,
words
yeah.
and this experience. I can't wait to listen to more Ren. I can't wait. If you guys on our channel haven't listened to Ren and this is your first experience with Ren,
Oh my gosh.
oh my gosh, yeah, oh my gosh,
Welcome.
yeah, well, yeah, welcome both ways.
Again, yeah.
Welcome all of us, me, you, her, everybody. Anyways, that wraps it up for us. That was bloody amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, dude. Okay, please share your favorite moments from this emotionally. Your favorite patches of text, like Ren himself put the lyrics down below. So go and read them. Take your time to read them and tell
Yes.
us what your favorite bit was from them, how you relate to it, what your thoughts are on it. Please get really into this one because, damn it, this was so damn good.
So good.
Okay, 1,000,000 out of 10. It was so hard not to react during. Normally we don't.
It was so yeah.
It was like my chest was like, and I had to let it out, right? And so
There's so many times where I almost said something. I was like, no, you're gonna talk over a lyric. Don't do it. Don't ruin it. Just hold it.
anyway, that wraps it up for us. Sick. Okay. Like I said, I've already said everything I want you guys to do. Please join us in liking, sharing, subscribing, and all our various journeys that we go on and all these reactions that we go on. And I guess we'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye.
Bye.